Welcome to the live session from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard. We will be doing a live trading session. So first day of trading week, a very important day as a first day, because today there will be a lot of volatility. There is a lot of traders opening position today, and we see a little bit of very unusual movement in the market. We see that a strong breakdown. So in this breakdown, as a trader, we either can sell or buy. This is the advantage, which is over other traders who are such as a stock trader. Most of them need to go long because they want to buy, but we can buy and sell. So let's see where is our opportunity for selling or buying gold, GBP USD, GBP JPY, and all the instruments that we are trading currently. We see that the market is very volatile. So first of all, as also tomorrow, very high impact news coming on, and I will be analyzing the market first of all, starting with gold, and then we will be looking at GJ and other pairs as well. Guys, before I begin this important, very important live session, make sure that you smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. So let's begin. First of all, starting with gold to see how the market is doing. Now looking at gold first of all, to see how the price is doing. Now gold, as you can see, this is a clean breakdown from this support level, starting with daily first of all. Now from the daily time frame, we can see that this is the last day of trading week, a doji, and this daily doji, from this resistance level, there is a rejection here on this doji, and with that rejection from this resistance line, we see that gold had a strong breakdown currently. Now with that breakdown, the price currently coming to a very important level, and I think that this breakdown might give gold momentum again, because if you look at the weekly, now weekly is higher time frame. As the first day of trading week, I will prefer to look at the weekly as well. Now you can see that this is the weekly price action where there is a bullish engulfer. From the weekly, the price has crossed this low, has formed a huge bullish engulfer, followed by today, after little pullback to the upside, we see the market is coming down. But this is a bull market, and we need to see actually how far gold is dropping, because it's in a very sharp drop, and we want to see how much it is dropping before we see the market is heading to the upside. So looking at the monthly, you can see that from the monthly resistance, it has got rejected. Now there are two possible scenarios at the moment. If we look at the monthly price action, one scenario is the price to come down certain level and then go back up to create a new higher high. Another probable scenario is for the price to retest the monthly low again before jumping out. In that case, if it wants to come down to to retest the monthly low again, then we might see that gold dropping down, breaking even this 1931 level, so which is less likely to happen. But let me see the weekly price action here. From the weekly, we can see that here is the weekly level. This is the weekly bullish engulfer, and this weekly bullish engulfer, as you have seen in my weekly forex forecast, what I mentioned, that initially you might see that break of structure to the downside, is because if you look at this weekly bearish candle and this bullish candle, what we saw that the market has just broken the high and then form a long wick candle. So this is a sell off here. Okay, now this sell off is quite important because it triggered the liquidity. Okay, so this is what we talk about, that it triggers that liquidity. Therefore there is a chance for gold to come down and then to revert back. So For me, personally, I'm bullish, but as we see the change of the market structure, if the market structure changes, as a retail trader, we need to also change and adapt. That uh, if you look at the nature, what kind of species is mostly surviving from very prehistoric age, the dinosaur, why they have got extinct? Because they couldn't adapt and change. So this is applicable to every dimension of life. If you go to the to look at the animals, or plants, or anything that survive long enough, who are able to change, adapt. Okay, so these are the two most important thing that you need to understand. And this is in fact in some situation very hard for traders to be profitable, is because traders, majority of the, not only traders, from the current social situation, from current social structure, we are taught by some reason to be mostly rigid, and that is also reflected in trading as well. Okay, because in trading you need to be flexible, you need to be willing to change and adapt. So if you look at the market, where the market is constantly changing from one structure to the other structure, and you need to be willing to change your opinion if it changes, and you need to adapt with the new market structure. But if you look at from a social context, we are very rigid in staying firm in what we said in the past and what's gonna be in the future when the situation changes. And there is a story also. There is a man long ago. So he was around, he's a the minister of the king, and he's a bit funny. So he was asked that long ago, the king, how old are you? He said, I'm 25. And after 5 years he was asked, how old are you? And he said, I'm 25. And said that, you said to me 5 years ago you are 25, you're still on the 25. And he said that, I'm only the one word man, I don't I can't tell you, I can't lie, because I was 25 and I'm still 25. So this is how the modern situation. So you need to change when the market changes. Now looking at that on gold, now if the gold market changes, then we need to change based on the situation. So let's see now what is changing on gold, what kind of market structure is changing. Now as you can see, the market has broken that support level, and with that break of this support on gold, what we can expect now for the price to grab stronger liquidity, and then we can look for entry opportunity. So looking at here, okay, here in that zone, here we see that there is a potentially very strong drop here. And as we trade on the lower time frame, looking at the 1 hour chart and synchronizing with the daily, the price is coming down to a very significant liquidity zone. And what I will be waiting for, this is the 4 hour candle. You can see, let it drop as much as it can, because once it will get overextended to the downside, we can look for entry to the upside or vice versa. So this is the 30 minutes candle. You see there is a narrow doji here in that area. So with that, we can see that the price currently, why it's getting disconnected sometime. Okay, so the market is now breaking out of that support, and with that breakout I will be waiting to see how the market is reacting. Though it has formed a head and shoulder, okay, in that area. Now with that head and shoulder, I will be waiting for gold to give us either a reaction from here or a structure with a liquidity gap at the top for a potential selling. But I want to know your view also, what's your thought. But my bias is still to the upside because it's a long-term bullish market. Any drop will give us that potential opportunity to go long on gold. So you can see that this is a very narrow, there is only one doji here in this move, in this 30 minutes move, and the price is just breaking out of that doji. So that could give us potential entry. Let me delete that here. So you have seen that previous session we have opened a position, didn't work out. We have opened also GJ. Currently we are running GBP JPY. We'll be discussing on that as well. So here is, you can see the market currently has broken to this support level. So let's see where it is heading from the lower time frame, then we can look for that entry opportunity. So for me, it's, you can see it's currently breaking down. Let it break down and break any significant level. If you look at again on the daily, which is coming down, well below this level, and after breaking this weekly liquidity zone, it's melting down. So let's see how far it is coming, and then we can look for entry as soon as you will find that. And also I'm willing to know your view on gold. What do you think gold is heading? And then we'll be looking at other pairs as well. Favor, welcome. Favor, hi. GBP CAD, what's your analysis on GBP CAD? Yeah, we'll be looking at that. Good afternoon. GBP CAD, what's your analysis? So I sir, US30, GBP USD, and GBP JPY. Yeah, absolutely, we'll be looking at that. So GBP USD, is there any chance to bullish, sir? Okay, so UJ and GJ looks like that they are in a very significant level, so you might be able to find some kind of opportunity. Adapt to the market condition. Yes, absolutely, adapting to the market condition. Yeah. So good evening to you. And any idea on Aussie and NZD JPY? Yeah, we will be looking at that. Gold heading to 1963. Okay, so gold heading to 1963. Yeah, could be, because there is a liquidity here, quite a few zone. 1962, there is a liquidity. So if it is heading, then let it be heading. Okay, and in the meantime, let's look at dollar yen, and then I will be looking at other pairs as well. So dollar yen, let me bring up our trade. Just I have opened a trade on dollar yen in a couple of minutes earlier. No problem. If we find another one, we'll be opening again. Let me first of all see my entry, which is running in so let me bring that up. First of all, dollar yen, we are Usdjpy, the price at 84 in my account is 84.887. TP at 87.99, a bit bigger TP. As I mentioned, I try to keep bigger TP target, and a stop level on GJ is at 184.267. So we are long on GJ. Now if we look at this price section on GJ, the reason I have gone long is let me explain from the multi-time frame approach, guys. Make sure that you are not missing out any of the piece of this live session. As I mentioned, any trade that I take, I do share all the neons, all the tactics behind it, and also I'm also willing to know your idea on all of them. So you know that when I begin my trading journey, it wasn't easy. So this is where this channel is created for everyone, so that you can get benefit from it. So to get full advantage of it, make sure that you stick to the channel till the end. So let's see now on GJ. Now from the 4-hour perspective on GBP JPY, we see that here you can see this market is long-term bullish market. So I will be first of all looking at the weekly. Okay, you see this is not a week, this is the my stop loss here. So here we see the GBP JPY currently approaching 2 weekly support level. Now from the bigger picture perspective, this is a long-term bull market. All right, this is where majority of the trader fail, is that trading against the trend. How do you know either you are trading against the trend? Once you smash the like button, then you know exactly how to trade with the trend. Did you do that, guys? Smash the like button and also hit that subscribe button. That's awesome. So once you know how to trade with the trend, you actually solve 50%, I would say that 70% of your probability. You go ahead 70% on your trading journey. So you ensure that you are a profitable trader, or at least your probability increases 70% when you trade with the trend. Now you might say, why? Because when you trade with the trend and you do the risk management and you go with the flow, all right, then it becomes much easier for you to be profitable over the long term. The rest remaining is your trading psychology, is how to handle the emotion and the brain. So we'll be discussing on that. But let me know, first of all, are you okay that you understand how to trade with the trend? And then we'll be discussing on how to handle the emotion. So if you are struggling from emotion, let me know in the live chat. So if I see that many of you actually are on that same boat as I was, I solved with hard work, and I'm sure that you are also probably in that same journey. Probably many of you have already solved that emotional distress problem. Share your journey to everyone, and let's talk about it as well, because anything is causing struggle in trading, definitely it needs to be discussed. Okay, it needs to be discussed so that it becomes easier, and I will be discussing as well. So let's see now from the technical perspective. This is the GJ, you can see this is a bull market, and this bull market is, I will be interested on trading with the trend. Okay, so this is why it is so important. Now how do you know it is a bullish market? Very simple, not from any indicator. I do use, you see that moving averages for my confirmation, but I rely mostly for my direction of the trend is on the market structure, right? So market structure, liquidity, and price action, these are the three most important part as a trader that one must understand to pull out profit from the market. And you know that I tried many other method. Okay, I was very good at math when I was at school. I was very good at math, and I thought that trading is all about math, because I started engineering and then I had a very good reputation for being good at math. But just to see that actually I fail in applying the math on trading. Instead, I became very successful by applying arts on trading. Okay, trading is more of arts rather than the maths, that I believe. Okay, you need more of imagination rather than calculation on trading. Why? Because it's all about pattern. It's all about seeing the unseen, and the only thing that you can see the unseen in imagination. The future is always imagination. So to trade, one must be able to imagine also what's gonna happen, what pattern it's gonna create over time if this is the situation. And this is where that majority fail at the same time, that not being able to imagine what is the situation in the market. So that's why Einstein said that imagination is more important than knowledge, which is absolutely correct. That cuff that the cuff that what I can say, that when you had a baby, which is the calf, and as soon as that calf is born, immediately it goes to feed the milk from its mother, right? So how does it know that there is a milk there? And because it just is newborn, just maybe in 5-10 minutes or maybe half an hour. No one even taught it to how to drink the breast milk. Is because of that image it constantly receiving. So the imagination is basically some kind of image that we can see from experience, from past experience. So you might see that how does the calf just has born, it doesn't have any experience, then how does it see that imagination, or how does it see that image in its mind? Is from the that we carry information through our genes. So everything from from our past experience we carry along the way, and that is reflect in our imagination also, and we can choose what to imagine and what not to. So from the market structure perspective, we can look at, if you look at the past, you can see whenever the market breaks this kind of very important level of support, you'll see that it got rejected strongly. And if you look at here on GJ, also you see that the market has broken the liquidity zone and then it's breaking to the upside. So the trend, the market structure is bullish. So I normally wait for the price to be undervalued or overvalued. Okay, this is one of the secret, that if you go to that stock trader, we are forex trader, very volatile. Okay, stock is a little bit of slower, but is still, if you go to the old legend such as JC Livermore, or even current, some of the legends who are currently market wizard. So if you look at them, then you'll see that the secret they apply is that when any instrument become undervalued, then they buy it. Any instrument become overvalued, they sell it. This is the one of the best strategy that you can ever find. And if you look at some of the world most successful hedge funds, okay, because this market, you see that it's actually moved by the institutional traders. Okay, hedge funds, banks, they are putting a lot of fund in the market. They use the same strategy, that because how does the market, market is like a living organ. As I mentioned, it's important that imagination is also key here. So when the market become too much pessimistic, it started to sell off. And when it started to sell off, at some point you will see that the market become too much depressed and become undervalued. Okay, and that is the smart trader who wait for the market to be undervalued so that they can buy. And also the smart trader, who the same analogy applies when there is a market is too much optimistic and the market start to move up and it becomes overvalued, and then it turns back towards its original position. And this is what exactly the same strategy also I use in trading, finding out a market which is overvalued or undervalued, which is the legendary trading strategy that you can find. And to know that, the only thing that you need to make sure is that you stick to the game of trading for long enough so that your brain can read that pattern, not the numbers. Okay, in trading, price doesn't carry any values. That's why I fail as a mathematician in trading, but doing well in my looking at the market from a completely different perspective. So that's why it is a good idea to look at the market from a beginner mindset, rather than, because no matter how good you are in algorithm or doing any kind of technical, you need to combine it with some other factors to get the best idea from the market. So let's look at now on looking at this one on GJ. Now I'm long on GJ early today, so we are the reason this is why I'm long, because if you look at this market from the weekly, it has already broken 2 weeks low, so which is in an uptrending market, it is almost undervalued price on GBP JPY. Now, when is an instrument is undervalued is also a crucial question, and we'll be discussing that as well. Okay, I know that you want to know that, so that you also can trade in the same way, and this is why it is here. So make sure that you are not missing out any piece. Not only trading, we also discuss the most important part that a trader must know. So to be well up to date, guys, make sure that you are liking the stream, subscribe to the channel, press that bell notification so that you are not missing out. And also let me know your thought on both of them, on GJ and gold. What do you think on all of them, so that we can stay in the same page to see your opinion as well on this. Gold is going to go a lot lower, I think maybe 1963 or lower. Let's see GBP CAD, yeah, we'll be looking at that. Moin, coach, your voice is too low. Okay, so hope that you guys can hear me. Is my voice low? Maybe I was a bit quieter today, a bit, so that my brain is not going to fight and flight mode, which is very important when you are trading. You need to make sure that your brain is not going to fight and flight response. Then chances that you're gonna make bad trading decision, which is happens sometime. Coach, your voice. Okay, hi coach, open GBP JPY. And also you probably need to increase your volume a little bit, your device that you are watching, maybe just make sure that you do that. GBP JPY, which time frame should see it's bullish or bearish? Okay, so very good. Which time frame you should see either it's bullish or bearish? Okay, now to see an instrument bullish or bearish, you don't need to see the time frame. Okay, the reason is because let's say you are trading on 1 minute chart. All right, now if you look at daily chart, an instrument is bullish or bearish, that may not carry any significant value in it unless you are taking a big structure on the 1 minute chart. That is actually, in fact, you need to consider the daily, because at the end is the time frame that you are looking at and a little higher time frame. So let me bring the 1 minute chart here. You see that this is 1 minute chart. If you look at this 1 minute chart, that's a massively bearish market. You see that? So if you look at 1 minute chart, there's no way that you can look to think of going long on GJ. You might go, let's say if your stop loss is here, yeah, that could be a bullish. But as a rule of thumb, we don't consider that big stop loss in a move. So if you are trading on 1 minute, I would say that, let's say this is a support level, and from this level maybe you will be able to go long, or maybe you could look for selling after this structure. I don't know, because I don't trade on 1 minute, that I am telling you. So that is why it is important that you need to look at the time frame that you are trading to understand either an instrument is bullish or bearish. But for me, in my time frame that I trade, so I have opened this trade on GJ based on the daily and 4-hour time frame, which is a swing trade. I do open day trade and scalping, but this one is a swing trade. Now I'll be holding that trade, because if you look at this market has come to this support level, it still didn't break, and that's why I have a bit wider stop loss on that, and high chance that the market, if it managed to break that low, that is complete break of all this structure in this hugely bull market, and that could give another momentum, and that is why I have a very high reward on that. So this is also a good advantage that I use. So if you have enough time to analyze the chart, for example looking at bigger picture, then you can take bigger profit target also, and that's how I can make sure that most of my trade going, like, I don't need to win every trade, but the one that I'm holding, as I will be holding, will give me the full bigger profit, so that I can make sure that over the long term I'm profitable. And I hope that you guys also do the same way. Do you focus on risk to reward, or you focus on your win rate? I'll give you a quick rundown how it is important to maintain a decent risk reward. The bigger the risk reward, the better, and the smaller the risk is better. Okay, very good, thank you. Can I GBP USD? Yeah, we'll be looking at that. Can hear you well. Like, your insight on trading is an art. Yeah, trading is a kind of art rather than the science. Or what do you think? How do you see trading as well? AUD CAD, yeah, absolutely. GBP CAD, what's your analysis? Okay, paper, we'll be looking at that. Hello coach, volume go high and low for. Okay, yeah, absolutely. So let me look at GBP CAD, and then we'll be jumping back on it. Okay, now GBP CAD, looking at again monthly. Now this market, from the monthly perspective, GBP CAD is a long-term bullish market. Okay, if you look at this bigger picture on GBP CAD, it's a bull market. If you look at here, we see that this is a very strong impulse correction. It is in another impulsive phase on GBP CAD, and looking at this, in this movement on GBP CAD, what we see that the market is approaching this level, and at the same time you saw there was a breakdown with this red candle. It was a deeper pullback, which has given another momentum on GBP CAD for another higher high. Currently the price, after this previous monthly bullish candle, it's again approaching another liquidity zone on GBP CAD, and I think that the market might be pushing high to create a new higher high. So looking at the weekly, we can see that the market from the weekly perspective, which is there is a big impulse followed by a narrow correction impulse. We can expect a deeper correction and then continuation to the upside from the weekly, which is potentially bullish. Now looking at the daily, first day of trading week, we saw that GBP CAD is currently, you can see this is where with this liquidity grab has made a move, and here we see that there is a narrower candle is being formed on the daily. We might see that again deeper pullback and then continuation to the upside. So from the further lower time frame, for me, you can see it is currently established bullish market structure. So normally I personally do not go long directly like that. The reason is I want to see a local breakdown. Okay, so to clarify local breakdown, I have also recorded a complete lesson, right? Complete lesson to explain how do you understand local breakdown. All right, so if you want to watch that, then let me know in the live chat. This weekend on Saturday during the London session time, I will be posting on YouTube channel for all of you so that you can experience it. So to watch that, the only thing that you need to do, make sure that you are stay connected by subscribing to the channel and then press that bell button so that as soon as I release it, you are notified. So I am going to disappear for 2 seconds so that everyone have time to do that. Now I disappeared, guys. Make sure that you smash it and also subscribe to the channel. When you are done, let me know. Awesome, I'm back. Thank you for your support, and I'm here with that. So let's look at now on GBP CAD, where do we see that, you see this is a resistance line. I think we might see that potential local breakdown or may not see. But for me to enter, so where is the trend line here? This is the trend line on GBP CAD. You look at the 4 hour, which is quite significant, and I want to see that the market being able to exit that level and then giving us that potential entry for this move towards the upside. So GBP CAD currently in a bullish trend, and I will be waiting for the price to move, to break low and then looking for that entry opportunity as soon as you will find it. Right, so this is with GBP CAD. Let me see where it goes. Euro CAD, please look at GBP USD. Okay, and thanks. Yes, thank you very much. Smash the like, that's awesome, thank you for that. So looking at with that in mind, let me look at again gold to see what it is doing on gold. Okay, low gold in this local time frame. I think that we might see some kind of bullish momentum here on gold for short term. With that on GJ, we are already buy on GBP JPY, and I think that GBP JPY also bouncing off that level. So gold, let's keep eye on gold. I think that if we see that gold has form an unusual candle, we can look for short-term buying on gold from this level, along with that on GJ. So we caught the GJ in the right place, and I want to hold that. This is a bit long-term trade, so let's keep that. But short-term on gold, we see there's some kind of rejection from this level. So gold is trying to bounce off this level. Looking at the daily, might go back to the daily resistance again. Let me see, or just gathering liquidity. Okay, so I want to see that gold, how it is reacting. Then if we see enough price action confirmation, especially a very sharp liquidity grab and then got strongly rejected, then we can look for buying gold, as we are on GJ long, so that might be complying with that. GBP JPY also might be moving to the upside slowly, because this market also currently bullish. Okay, so the 5-minute candle closed as a a bullish candle. So if we see that gold has given us enough confirmation, then we can look for entry on gold. But at the moment you can see there is a drop, and let's see how far it is dropping down for deeper liquidity grab. along with GBP JPY. We'll keep watching. As soon as we will find an entry, we'll be looking to enter. Yeah, absolutely. Euro CAD. Tell us more stories about trading psychology. Absolutely, which is inevitable part of trading. Yeah. What about the news? So what about the news? Your question? So I don't see any significant news. The news is later today. It's almost at the end of the New York session time. So, and then tomorrow coming up AUD. Okay, so we'll be looking at AUD news. Very important news coming up on AUD. Okay, and then CAD. So tomorrow is very good day for GBP USD, AUD USD, USD CAD, and also AUD CAD, GBP CAD. So looking at that point, so gold is just bouncing off that level, which is, we see that once we see significant liquidity grab from here, then we can look for that entry. At the moment, I think it's gonna bounce off this level. So let it first form a structure. This is the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so let me look at the dollar CAD. As to dollar CAD, CAD news is coming tomorrow. So looking at dollar CAD from the daily point of view, it is long-term bull market, but at the same time it's in a sideways here. Looking at the weekly, this is the weekly price action here, and there is a weekly candle which is see, there is a long wick at the top and bottom. And what I think that on dollar CAD, for the price to to bounce, and at the same time, if you look at the monthly, we can see that previous months there was a huge bullish engulfer. This month the market coming to this level, so we see some kind of bullish momentum from the buyers, but we saw the recent weakness on gold. So that has recent weakness on DXY, that has given a weakness on dollar CAD also. So here is the weekly price action. Previous week a bearish candle. So this week, if we look at the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is the daily price action from this level. So far getting some kind of push to the upside, but it's a completely sideways on this time frame. So if we look at the 4-hour here, we can see that there is a bullish candle. But I think that for dollar CAD, it might still remain, it might either remain sideways completely or might come back down, because if you look at this market on dollar CAD, we can see that it's creating series of higher low, and here creating series of lower high. So it first need to gather liquidity from any of this side, either from this side or from this side. So at the moment I don't see any direction on dollar CAD. It is completely purely in a sideways. So I'll keep it aside until we see a clear direction. Going back, jump onto the gold again. As gold, after breaking the low, we see some kind of bounce coming on gold from the 5 minutes, back to back 2 candles bullish. So after breaking any of this liquidity zone, let's find out how gold is trying to react here. So to enter gold buy, you want to see that it has given us enough signal here for a potential upside momentum. Do you think that gold is going to get a bounce from this level, guys? What about news? So are you very worried about the news? I see that too many posts. I don't see any news just recently. It is coming later today on GBP, but let me know your concern about the news. GBP USD, we're looking at that. So gold, we might see that it's trying to bounce off. So I'm long GBP. Did you enter the trade? We are long on GBP JPY. We bought at around 184.8887. John, so I think so. I have went long on gold. Okay, so you went long on gold. Are you, because it's currently falling here? If you entered a very low, that's fine, but at the moment we need to see enough confirmation, because when a market change trend, it normally gathers huge liquidity and then bounce. Okay, so that liquidity gathering, you will understand it, how the price action will tell you. So how do you know that a market is gathering liquidity? Also, it's a very important question, because at the end you need to know that it's the liquidity grab, it's not the breakdown. How do you know that it's a liquidity grab, it's not a breakdown, which is also a crucial question. Okay, so your GJ also, you can see moving purely in a sideway on the lower on the 5 minutes, but any of this break will give us that entry in this instrument. Gold, you can see it's now so from the 4 hour and 5 minutes, if we combine together, we can see that this is the 5 minutes price action. We need an entry with the right price action confirmation. So 15 minutes, so bounce. So here we could see a local change of trend, or we look at this one here, how many pip? 20, 30 pip. Yes, it's still, this is the daily chart. Because there is a very sharp drop, okay, it might even drop further, or it might go back up for another retest. Okay, so if we look at the 1 hour chart, potential for, yeah, so there is a probability for a bounce. It might, it might just consolidate, gather in liquidity, and then bounce off this level, or it may continue to rise. So there is a chance for change of trend here locally. Let us find an entry here. If we find, along with the GBP JPY, we'll be keeping eye on both of them. GBP USD also, after this breakdown, it is also maintaining that bullish market structure. We are still running that same trade that we talk about from past week, just hitting the TP for a couple of pips, one bounce to the upside. As tomorrow news coming up, only 63 pip need for us to give us the 5 times on GBP USD. It takes a little time on that, that's fine, but we need to see that the market has given us the full profit on that. I want to follow one strategy. Which one is best as per your experience? I will be highly appreciate to you if you advise MD Yusuf. Yeah. Yes, the first thing, following one strategy is, I would recommend to all follow one strategy rather than multiple, though the market condition changes time to time. But if you follow one strategy, what is the advantage? There is advantage following trading based on one strategy. I want to know, guys, what's your thought on that? What's the advantage of following one strategy, or disadvantage of following one strategy? Let me see what you guys are thinking on it. So here, let me see again. Now both of them, I'm looking at gold and GJ. So this one, you can see the market has came well below. So you see 5 minutes candle closing. Okay, so if it is forming a very long wick candle here, then we can look for that entry. We want to see that it managed to break the low and then has got bounce off that level. So chain GJ looks to consolidate. Should we keep the trade? Yes, absolutely. I'll keep the trade. If there is a market structure shift in 5 minutes, I'll explain later why I'm. We become rigid. So you mean that if we use one strategy, we become rigid, or what's that? What is that mean by you become rigid? Okay, so you see that gold now, as I mentioned here, it is a probability now gold to have a drop. We might see that a drastic drop, long wick candle that will give us. So I want to see that gold manage to drop, and if it candle close below, then we might see further downside, or if we see the market has getting rejected, then we can look for that long opportunity. Look at the 4 hour again. So from 30 minutes you can see it's trying to break the low again. I'm just testing the risk reward, guys. I'm still not entering. I'll give a shout out if I enter. Just looking at how the market might be doing here. At least 3, 2, 1. Okay, so here I will be opening buy exactly the same way with 3, 2, 1 risk to reward, and also I will be sharing the same trade to the VIPs as well. So let me open. I will explain later why I'm buy. Make sure, guys, you are taking this as educational, because everything here is only for educational. You know, nothing to be taken any kind of advice, and I would always recommend you to do proper risk management. Without risk management you can't do anything as a trader, which is super important that you always do the risk management. So profit target 1980.90, which is 3.9. so I am entering here at the moment, so which is my around 8 times TP target. So I've entered buy on gold. Stop loss, here I'll be also sharing the same trade to the VIP group. Okay, so here yeah, I'm long on gold, which is as soon as I have started it start to move. Very tight stop loss, and my stop loss is at 1969.94, only a couple of pips stop loss, which is only 23 pips stop loss here on gold. I might move a little bit down for safety, for manipulation, so I will move it to 1969.90. so 1969.90 also on my entry. Okay, so here I'm long, and I'm expecting here on gold to have another bounce, because if you look at this market, which eventually long-term bullish, and this zone here on gold, you see that here with this narrow doji, which is a very high liquidity zone. And if you are not sure about how to find liquidity zone, then don't worry, you can stay with us. I do explain everything over time. So let me see. The only thing that you need to make sure that, guys, you are not taking a big risk. As you can see, I trade with a very tightest stop loss possible, is because I know that some of you probably have a smaller account, and that don't want your account to go very low if the trade is not going in our favor, which might happen. And here it is now. For me, it's a manipulation, you can see that. So first of all, let market do what it wants to do. From the 4 hour, it is currently below a very important level of support, so expecting it to have after this a bounce. Okay, so from this level, so always remember that when you open a trade, it's gonna do fluctuation, either going in your favor or not going, but it's gonna move a little bit up and down, and you need to keep a little bit of space for it to breathe in. So here from the daily, we can see there is a significant drop, and from the 4 hour, so if managed to break to the upside, we should see bounce. If it isn't, then need to look at again. GBP JPY, we see that in fact it's bouncing off that level that we expected on GJ. We are up on GJ as well, so we are up. I'm up on nearly 0.4% up, and we want to see that gold is going in our favor here on the 15 minutes time frame. Candle closed with a long wick. Okay, so here we go, and this is a very tight trade, and if it managed to break to the upside, we should see that gold is going up. Now it's just entered in my entry again. Okay, let's see how far it is moving here. So the price action is, so we have entered in the profit zone again. It's a very, having a tight stop loss is the advantage. A little move will give you profit, so we want to see that it managed to break to the upside, and then we'll be holding the trade for a bit more profit. Guys, make sure that you are with me, smashing the like button and also hitting the subscribe button. Press that bell notification. Make sure that you also trade with regulated broker. That I trade always regulated broker. Now, so I put a link below this video in the description about the broker that I trade. You can, if you like, you can use that, or I can share that link to you in the live chat. Let me see first of all here how far it is moving. Okay guys, I hope that you can see me here. Now here is the crucial point. You don't want to see that gold management, it has been rejected. Here you want to see that gold has been able to bounce off this level. This is the 30 minutes candle, guys, where you see that the market in a very important liquidity zone. As I mentioned before, that we wait for the price to become undervalued or overvalued, which is heart of most of the investors' strategy. The last 20 seconds. Okay, so a very narrow doji has been formed on the 5 minutes, and I want to see that now bounce off that level, not that rejection. So from 30 minutes, here is might form a double bottom. Okay, so GBP JPY has managed to bounce. We are long on GJ, as you know that, guys, and this is overly extended market on gold. overly extended. Always keep a tight stop loss. Okay, so you see some kind of rejection coming, and if it get rejected on gold, I'm expecting it to have a strong bounce to the upside, which might take the price to the upside. So here we see yeah, so some kind of rejection we can spot here before the 4-hour close and 1-hour close. Okay, so we'll keep that running while we are looking at GBP JPY. So GBP JPY, we have hold that trade. This is a long, I will be holding the trade like the GBP USD. We are now 2 GBP trade. GBP USD running is in almost 3%. We'll keep that. And GBP JPY, I will be also holding for potential move. And because it is a long-term bull market, we can expect for the price to bounce off this level, as it is weekly also support level. So going back to gold again to see, yeah, so you see some kind of rejection coming from the support, which could literally create a reversal pattern that I'm expecting here on gold. So what's your opinion, guys, on that, on gold? And in the meantime, I'm sharing with you the link that I'm trading. The broker that I'm trading is I have given a link in the live chat. If anyone wants to join that, you can use that link. So we see that there is a bounce we are expecting. This 5 minutes close is super important. I want to see that it's closing as a green bullish candle, or at least a doji above this level that can give a bit more momentum for the price to bounce off this level. Okay, guys, and also, as in the beginning, as I mentioned, that I trade based on mostly one strategy, and that is one of my favorite trading strategy that I trade every single day. And also I'm currently teaching all the members in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. Also, it's available on the website, and also I'm explaining on a VIP Zoom class every session. If you are our member, you will be able to access that. So if you want to access that, including all the trade that I open, also I share in the VIP group, you can join us today. A couple of spots is still available to join us. The link below this video in the description, website address also you can find at the top of this chat. Once you are on the website, click join now button, then you will be able to join us to be part of the trading community. If you want to be mentored and access all the trading tools, then I would recommend you to join the lifetime, where a couple of spots is still available. So link below this video in the description. Don't hesitate to ask any question using the live chat. So now here we see gold is, yeah, I have just in my entry point, and we want to see that it has been able to bounce off that level. So 15 minutes closure is So if this 15 minutes is closing like that, even without going up, even at least as a green candle, that is a good news, because that means that the price couldn't break this support and we might see that bounce. But before that, if it managed to break down, that might take a bit more downside. And also the 30 minutes candle, as you can see. So but from 4-hour, what I see that this market is overly extended to the downside. That is where we see that the breakdown. While GJ is bouncing off. Now this might manipulate. That has been a big bounce from this level. Okay, let's see if there is a big sudden like electric shock from this level. That could lead gold to the upside. So buying happened here. Suddenly it bounced off that. So this candle could be a very lucky candle for us because it's a liquidity candle. Okay, so suddenly we are almost at entry. This is what I was telling. This is a good news for having a very tight stop loss in the right place, but sometimes too much tight might take you to closer. That's why I always keep a little bit of space here for manipulation. So we have entered the profit zone here, and I want to see that again, not doing any more manipulation, instead bouncing off that level. So we see back-to-back 3 liquidity candle, potential for bounce, but unless it is trying to manipulate again. Okay, you see the sudden bounce. Here is so GBP JPY is bouncing off, but gold is might break this low even. Here is we need to see so we are expecting to see a bullish candle. It didn't form that. Let's see what it is trying to do here. GJ has prepared for a potential. Okay, so gold also had a bounce again. Yeah, so we see we want to see that it managed to bounce off that level, which might be the way it is forming the price action. You can see it's getting rejected from this support, unless it is making a very big manipulation and bouncing off that level, should be moving in that direction. So very crucial level. You want to move the stop loss. It's in a very crucial level. Looking at GBP JPY, also doing the same thing. Okay guys, so are you guys hold your breath tight. Look at the 4 hour. This is an extremely overextended market. So okay, so very tight. When there is a tight stop loss, definitely we need to accept the fact that it might manipulate aggressively. Still we are on that. We're out, still on it, but yeah, we are out. It's a big drop, so we are out on that. Didn't work out. So let me see what it is trying to do here. There is a big manipulation, so we see that the market is might push down, keep dropping. Calculate the lot size is by a platform. So we have a lot size calculator that I use. So this is what we do, the lot size calculation. So here we see okay, so looking at daily, that's a massive breakdown and from the weekly. So we might see that even it's dropping down to the weekly support level again, which could be, let's see, if we have another entry, we will be looking to enter. See that after this long handle, GBP JPY is bouncing off that level, which is keep pushing high. So let's keep that trade on hold on GJ. Back to back 3 dodges, yeah, extremely okay. So let's look at the new situation on the market. Let me look at the GJ also. The next support on gold is now, you see that below that 4-hour 20 EMA, we could see, definitely we might see that bounce off. This is a liquidity zone here, which is the support, but as the market has dropped that far, in the next 20 minutes we might see further drop. That drop might lead gold to come to any of these liquidity zones, so the reversal might happen from any of those levels, but this is currently very overextended. It is unexpectedly dropped that far, and because it has dropped that far, might break any of this level, and then we could see. So you can see it might drop further at the moment, because it has a very sharp breakdown. See what it is doing. Okay, so GJ is moving up, which is potentially good. Any one of you running that GJ trade here? So because trading is like that, you need to hold a winning trade so that you can give you everything. Risk management is the key. So we see that GBP JPY is moving up, and I want to see that it's going up to the resistance level, because from the weekly it has broken the support, and with that break from the support we can expect for GBP JPY to move up to create a new higher high. So GBP USD also creating potential bullish price action. We are still holding the GBP USD trade also from past week. I think that gold and all of them. So if you look at gold, it was a massive drop. Breakout from this structure. Minute GJ, yeah, okay. So GBP JPY is showing very strong bullish momentum. Okay, so here this is where we saw that big move happen on gold from this level, and then pullback, consolidation. The price has come down to that same support level. At this point, very highly likely that we could see a break of that level, at least below this move where there is a green move happen from this level. So we could see gold is coming to 1964 level before bouncing off that zone. So from that place on GJ also we see slowly turning to bullish. Gold is still bearish here, and we can expect slowly to show that pattern that because at the moment it is extremely overextended. Yeah, okay. Why did gold spike without any news? So gold spike without any news, that sometime it's a manipulation. So the market does this for gathering liquidity. So you see that it happens in the market. At the moment it might even reverse from this level with proper reversal pattern if it does, because this drop was complete manipulation here. So from the daily it has dropped well below this level, but it didn't test the high of the daily properly. So the way it has dropped from the daily, which is from this resistance, might just now slowly bounce off that level at the moment. See these levels here, what we see at 1964, which is a very important support level. So being patient, guys, don't be impatient. Even you know that we are running GJ trade, let's keep that running and trade when a trade may not work out, but you have to stick to the plan, stick to the strategy, so that next trade can give you more than what you had the previous trade. okay, so which is very important to see. And this is of being a trader. Okay, so being a trader means that you are able to understand what is the situation in the market and then act based on that. You see GBP USD, still I am holding that trade, which is running in currently 3.6% up on GBP USD, while we are running GBP JPY also we have open, and I want to see that one also has been able to bounce off that level. So being trader means that you do that risk management, calculate the lot size, proper lot size, and then hold the trade for bigger profit with a very smaller risk. And trading with a stop loss also very important. Near hitting the TP on GJ. No, GJ TP is big. So I think you put, I don't know where you put your TP, we put TP here 187.99. so GJ, we have a target on this trade for 310 pip. So how can it nearly hitting the TP? So it's not about the pip, it's about the percentage, guys, keep in mind that. So pip is not the most important part, is the percentage gain or loss that you do in your account. This is where also many traders got caught up thinking about in terms of pip. It's not about the pip but the percentage gain in your account. I think gold got tired of dropping. Gold got exhausted of dropping. So this is a 5 minutes price action on gold. So from 4 hour there has been bigger drop, leaving a very high liquidity zone here. Just looking at the risk reward, because I'm not entering but just looking to see. Want to see a liquidity candle, then you can look for that entry. I think it goes down to 1962. Okay, gold had a, looks like it's gonna bounce off this level. Without breaking this low, it is less likely that gold will be very bullish. So you see that there is a, this is where there is the liquidity, and let me see. Yeah, below this level there is a high area of value. Without breaking that low, less likely, but let's keep watching. Now GBP JPY, the 4-hour close is a very long weak candle from this support level. Now gold sometime very unpredictable, happens especially before the high impact news, as tomorrow AUD news coming, which make AUD USD also very volatile. Let me look at the AUD USD. From the daily, AUD USD is a bullish market. You can see that after the, this is the bullish engulfer followed by so far bullish move. We might see that deeper pullback to this daily support level. If you look at the weekly, also after this weekly bullish engulfer, AUD USD has formed another bullish candle, and I think that AUD USD after retest we can expect for another bounce. Looking at the daily, also bullish move. Looking at the intraday, we can see that AUD USD has made a significant move. After this strong liquidity trigger, we can expect a pullback and then continuation to the upside. Now looking at gold again, so we see some kind of bounce. So with that head and shoulder, this market has a very sharp breakdown from this head and shoulder. Okay, now for me this support level is where very important zone, so let's keep eye to see what it is doing with that support level. Audio problem, I don't see any audio problem. Do you guys can hear me? Okay, so what else we have on the table to look at? What I'm expecting on gold here to, you know, to have locally here to gather liquidity and then bounce off. It's happening with dollar yen. Okay, so dollar yen also, this is a 4-hour candle. After breaking after moving a huge drop, dollar yen has formed candle, a rejection but it is weaker rejection, and I think that it's gonna try to break again to the downside on dollar yen. So still for me not very good for bullish, but it has made significant drop on dollar yen, and that might give later opportunity for buying. But at the moment it is a weaker response from the buyers, and we might see another drop and then bounce off. But in JPY pairs, GBP JPY looks good because there is a news coming tomorrow also, and we are on the trade and we'll keep that running. Looking at gold again, we see that this 4-hour candle is almost closed, and the market, delete all of them, has broken all this low, and it is approaching this. You see, this is a liquidity zone below this level. The next candle might come down, and then we could see that bounce up from this support 1962 level, which is very highly likely because it is forming kind of middleman. So there is a possible for further continuation. From 5 minutes you can see that it is forming a bearish candle. But from the 4-hour, it is already overly extended in this uptrending market. See, they deviate from 20 EMA a lot to the downside. So let it play out a little more. In the meantime, GBP looks good on GBP JPY and AUD USD. Let me quickly look at, guys, as there is a candle closing. Let me look at all the pairs to see. CHF JPY is also a bullish market. Okay, it has tested the 20 EMA and has got strongly rejected from a doji on the 4-hour, which is also potentially bullish market. So gold, you can see this 4-hour candle close with a big red candle. So we might see that this market coming down one more time and getting rejected from here. So if it breaks down to this level, we should see that potential bullish on gold. And GBP USD, which is good for us, which is trying to break to the upside. Okay, so US oil had finally bounced off this support level. So it was a fake move on US oil, you can see that. And from that zone, after this candle close with this doji, US oil has managed to break to the upside from a weekly perspective, which is potentially now bouncing off. This is a long-term bullish market, and local downtrend. Now after this manipulation it has changed, and we could see that now US oil is going up to create a new higher high. So in all of them, GBP JPY, which is looks good price action at the moment, but it might also potential for liquidity grab, but if it isn't, then it should be moving up to the resistance level as we are expecting. Let me see that gold. Let me know guys, what's your opinion on gold, where it is heading at the moment. No, I will not be closing GBP JPY trade before news. Follow one strategy, better focus. Yes, looking at one strategy is always will give you a bit more clearer understanding, which is always good, because what you repetitively will be doing, you're gonna be good at it, which is following a strategy. So from the lower time frame, gold has broken the support level, has closed back below, and we could see that the market from this lower time frame gold, now I want to see that it has broken that support level, because as it managed to break this low, we can expect for gold to come down to create new lower low. So let's see how far it goes, then we will be looking to enter again if as soon as we will find that entry opportunity. Could gold be heading to 1962.35 area? Gold, yes, because you can see that this is the 30 minutes price action. There is a long wick at the bottom, and after this breakdown, the price below the support level, chances for dropping is further now at the moment. Okay, so it may drop below this level and then we could see bounce off, but at the moment you want to see how the price action is reacting to this level. GBP USD is just in a choppy at the moment on the lower time frame, so we'll not be looking at that. On gold, which is literally it might consolidate in that area. So at the moment the best thing is to see how the market is reacting, and then you will be looking to enter. So looking at GBP JPY from 4 hour, there is a long wick candle, and from that long wick candle as this is a support level here on GJ, what I'm expecting on GBP JPY to remain this long wick candle after retest to have a bounce to the upside. If you look at the weekly, the market already has tested this weekly support. Chances that GJ will try to break to the upside again to create a new higher high. So from the lower time frame, we will see how the market is reacting to that support level. Okay. So with that said, guys, as there is a GBP news coming later today, I will be watching the price action for a better entry. As we see that gold and GBP JPY, gold is still not settled here. We might see a bit more drop to this level. Then we can look for entry after breaking that low. As soon as you will find entry, we will be looking at an entry with proper risk management. GBP JPY will keep the trade running along with the GBP USD, and let's see any trade coming. In the meantime, we will be also entering. So 15 minutes here on GBP USD forming long wick candles. We might see from short term pullback, then we can expect it to push high. So as tomorrow GBP news coming, we might see that AUD and GBP getting very aggressive, and we'll keep a special eye on all of them. And until that, I will see you again, guys, tomorrow in another live twice. Tomorrow gonna be very important day as news coming. Also morning I will be trading, and I will post you all the update as much as I can. And until that, stay well, stay happy. Hope that you enjoyed. Keep in mind that trading is not every day same, but is the total summation of at the end of the week or at the end of the month how you are doing. So this is how you will be trading. Otherwise, this is how the traders trade. Otherwise it's hard to be profitable over the long term. So hope that you enjoyed. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.